Hello, everybody. I got fourth place at the provisionals, and as you can see, it's top 8 for the people who placed there get this nice playmat. This was at my local game store, Boar's Hat, so shout out to them. It was a really fun tournament, and I was super happy to take home this box of Undaunted Raid, which we'll be opening up today. I also got a half a box and pulled these cards, notably Chronostasis Trigger, and then if I can find it, it might not be in here, but there was also a victory card, but I must have misplaced it. Anyway, we're going on to the box opening, which I'm sure you're here for. This is set 5 in the Universus My Hero Academia card game. It's a pretty fun one that I've been playing a lot as my in-person card game, outside of just playing Shadow Era digitally, and so it's a lot of fun because it's very different from other collectible card games. It's got very unique mechanics that I think work very well and are very fun, and it just kind of lets you see more cards every turn, so it's not a draw one kind of system like most other collectible card games. So you're seeing a lot of cards, you're pulling off a lot of combos every turn, and every turn is tense. So yeah, I guess that just is a recommendation for the game. Now, to be honest, I haven't played a ton of this set in particular. In fact, the deck I took 4th place with is one of an older deck that only uses cards from set 4 and below. So I'm not actually that familiar with these cards. Let me just check how this looks on camera. Okay. So I'm going to actually probably open these pretty quickly. Hot Blooded there is our rare. And let me just see how it's going. Okay. So I'll put that over there, and then we'll make a commons pile there. All right. All right, so that's a rare to start. And then as we open these, we're looking for... okay, so this is an extra rare. Extra rares can be of any card, even common cards. So this one is a common card, but it is an extra rare version of the common card, which means that it is shiny. And so that is kind of the difference there. So we got one of the extra extra rares, which is quite nice. All right, let's see. And Crystal Chokestram, another rare. So rare is kind of actually the base, you get at least a rare, but it could go all the way up to secret rare. And there's, I believe, 1 per box now. I'm not completely sure about that. There might be 2 per box. Red Gauntlet, another rare. So far we've only gotten rares. And then finally in this set, there's something kind of interesting called a Chrome Rare. Now that, I believe, can be in any slot, but it is extremely rare. There's only 100 of each Chrome Rare. Oh, look at that, an XR character card. That is actually really sick. All right, that's a very nice pull. I'm very happy about that one, because I think the character cards are, characters are what you start the game with. They're kind of like heroes from Shadow Era, and yeah, they basically give you a special power that you have to start the game with. So getting an XR of a character is quite nice, because then you can just run it and you don't need to find like 4 copies of an extra rare card for your deck. Deadbolt, an ultra rare. Okay, so our first ultra rare, that is quite nice. Let me see how that looks on camera. Okay, I might be holding them too high. Apologies if I have been. I'm trying out a new tripod setup, but the disadvantage of the way I have it set up now is I can't actually see what it looks like on camera. So I guess I'll find out after filming if this is actually visible or not. Chicken Kick. Okay, this was actually played against me. I do like this card a lot. Every time you pass, it gets a speed. It's a very cool card. Happy to have a copy of that. Yeah, so there's the Chrome Rares that we would also, want, but that's very rare. Okay, a Chronostasis Trigger as our secret rare, I believe. So I believe that might be the only secret rare of the box, but that's a cool one. I'm actually not sure how good it is. I've heard it's good. Looks like freeze a rival foundation. That's pretty good. And if it's not played from your hand, you get a commit one. Okay, pretty cool. And you can change the zone of attack. Looks like that's all about sealing cards. Pretty interesting. Rewind Throttle. That's rare. Very nice. So, as you can see, a lot of these cards come from the anime or manga, My Hero Academia. I think that's a huge draw of the game. It's pretty thematic, although I do like the anime quite a bit, so that is definitely a draw for me, personally. But you also don't have to be a fan of the manga or anime to enjoy the game, and so I think it's kind of cool that it has that for people who like it, My Hero, but it isn't all... it's not only good for that. Bubble Restraint for our rare, and Single Spiral for our XR common, but that looks really good. Wow. Especially the foiling on the yellow, particularly. That's a really striking card. Yeah, that looks really, really good. Let's see, we're putting our XRs there, I guess. Wow, that might be my favorite foiling that I've seen on a card ever. Very nice. Okay. I'll just keep going, and I'm not the best at opening packs, but I'm trying to do it quickly, and that's kind of maybe why it doesn't look good. Wow, all of the, this is an ultra rare. All the foiling on all the Nigeri cards looks really, really good. Because the yellow, when it's like yellow and foiled, I think that looks really good. Personally, at least. Now, I'm not even really sure what that yellow is. Some kind of energy blast, I guess. Levitate. Very cool. Maybe we'll get enough cards to build a Nigeri deck. That would be kind of fun. I read Nigeri's character. She's all about losing her max health for some short-term bonuses, but long-term disadvantages. Red Riot Unbreakable, another ultra rare for us. That's very cool. So we'll put it in the ultra rare pile. Alright, just trying to open quickly, but sometimes they get a little stuck. Bubble Restraint for our rare. Okay, almost done, and we'll just keep opening. Okay, Nigeri Wave for our rare. Yeah, we're getting a lot of Nigeri cards. I think that might be the next project, maybe. Building some sort of Nigeri deck. Alright, opening another pack. Vindicating Smash for ultra rare. That's a nice ultra rare. Looks quite nice. If your attack's damage is 15 or greater, draw 2 cards and your rival discards 1 card. That's pretty hard to pull off, but actually 8 damage, you know, a lot of characters can do that. And interesting card, for sure. Very strong effect if you can actually do it, although I think that could be a challenge, getting that off consistently. Maybe something like, I was going to say Endeavor, but I don't know if Endeavor is good or not. He might be. I think he's Earth and Fire and something else. A Trusted Assistant as our rare, and we got an XR, Human Garbage. This is a hilarious card. You remove a human garbage from your discard pile, then you can ready it. I just find that really funny. One thing about this game is that I think there's a lot of natural discard synergy, because every time you play a card, you have to make what's called a check, which means that you have to discard the top card of your deck, and that is basically mana. So it basically gives you 5 resources or mana to spend on the card you played. So basically, like if I played this 3, but I checked, so this number is the check value. If I check a 3, then that pays for that. Now, every card you play increases what you have to pay. So first, if this is the first card you play, you only pay 3. If the next card you play is a 2, then you pay effectively 2 plus 1 or 3. And then the mana is the card you take off the top of the deck. And so you can see the attacks have lower mana that they're giving you when you actually check them. And so that is kind of how the game works, and how it discourages you from playing a ton of cards, because you're going to clog up your card pool and everything is going to cost a ton of mana. Now, obviously, as you're playing more and more cards, you might not be able to pay for some of the higher mana cards. So like this 4 here would be hard to pay for. And the way you get around that is you build these foundation cards and you can use them to pay for mana as well. So as the game progresses, you build more and more foundations. You're going to have more and more, basically, mana you can use on your turn to play your cards. And that is the fundamental idea of the game. I think it's quite neat. Duplicate Deception Stab for Ultra Rare. Now, that's quite nice. If it's your first attack, remove one card from the rival's hand and then add it back to their hand. So another thing is, when you're playing this game, it's all about blocking. So you have your hand and you're blocking attacks with the cards in your hand. And so that's why that would be good, to take a card out of their hand just for that one attack, because then they can't block with it. Or even, sometimes there's like some responses or abilities. So it gets, yeah. You definitely want cards in your hand during the opponent's turn. Okay, let's see. Red Gauntlet as our rare. Pretty cool. All right, last pack. Let's see what we get. All right, and just open it up. Piercing Barrage and Stopping for Breakfast. Looks like an Eat a card. Remove after your rival plays an ability on an action card. Cancel it. Okay, so yeah, at the risk of making this video too long, I guess we'll do a recap. So these are some of the cards I got from, oh, here it is. So I also got this victory card for getting 4th, and then pulled these cards. So these were ultra rares. I guess we got 6 ultra rares, which I guess it's ratioed out. 1 secret rare, 6 ultras, the 4 XRs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 rares. And that will do it for this box opening. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.